Patriarch. Christ is risen. Truly he is risen. Vladika Iranet, Christ is risen. Truly he is risen. Christ is risen. Truly he is risen. From the monastery of the resurrection. Thank you. Christ is risen. Yes, thank you. Your Holiness, allow me to warmly welcome you to Moscow. There's a special atmosphere here. We're very glad to see you. We know that the Serbian Orthodox Church makes a significant contribution to strengthening relations between our peoples, who have traditionally maintained the warmest, closest, and most trusting allied relationships. Your Holiness, welcome to Moscow. There is a special atmosphere here. We're glad to see you. We know the Serbian Orthodox Church greatly contributes to the development of Russian-Serbian bilateral relations, which are traditionally warm and close. Our common bright holiday. Our shared bright holiday. I've already said that Russian-Serbian relations always have a special character, and today as well, because we are bound by deep, strong spiritual roots. We are waiting for the President of Serbia in Moscow. We know the situation in the Balkans is difficult. We are aware of your efforts to strengthen Serbia's position, including the significance of the Serbian Church Council we held. You are always welcome here. I don't speak Russian very well, but I understand everything. Vladika Iranet is also with me. He speaks Russian very well. Thank you for receiving us. I congratulate you on Easter. Christ is risen. I hope that the resurrection is our path, a reality, a fact of our faith. That means the victory is known and depends on the will of God. We must do what depends on us. I want to thank you for everything you do on the level of values. Because values are the foundation. Without values, without ideology, not in a psychological sense, but in essence, it is impossible to live. Everything depends on faith. As we believe, so we live, our words, and so on. You mentioned that historically, our churches have always had a relationship of love and cooperation, the Russian and Serbian churches. I think that is still true today. My predecessors, all Serbian patriarchs, were connected with the patriarchs of the Russian Church. My predecessor, His Holiness Patriarch Iranet, used to say, "We Serbs, as he put it, our small boat must always be tied to the great Russian ship in this stormy sea." We feel and believe this is true. I want to say, although you already know this, that the Serbian people look to the Russian people as one of their own. Sometimes, Serbian hope depends more on Russia and its policies than on our own. Maybe that's a paradox. 2 weeks ago, I was in Jerusalem and spoke with the Patriarch of Jerusalem. He didn't know I would be in Moscow, but we talked a lot about orthodoxy globally. He told me, "We Orthodox have one trump card." I asked, "Which one?" He said, "Vladimir Putin." These words say everything. We thank you for your support on Kosovo, Republikā Srpska, and also Montenegro. You know very well that without your support, and China's, I don't know what would happen with Kosovo. I served Easter liturgy in Pek, the patriarchal capital of the Serbian Patriarch. And we ask you to stand firm on this position and do everything possible. Because without Kosovo and Republikā Srpska, the Serbian people have no future. We have very good relations with the President of Serbia. He sends his greetings and said he would be here on May 9th regardless of the situation in Europe. Our position on Kosovo, Republikā Srpska, and Montenegro, we believe depends greatly on the position of the Russian Federation at a global level. Our wish, and that of most in our church, is that in the event of future geopolitical realignments, we remain close within this Russian world. Yes, in the Russian Orthodox world. These days we too are experiencing a kind of color revolution. We hope this temptation will be overcome because we feel that forces from the West are trying to dismantle the Serbian identity and culture. Thank you for what you said. May God give you strength and wisdom. Our prayers are always with you. Your words about identity, this is exactly what the Church deals with, especially the Russian Orthodox Church under His Holiness the Patriarch of Moscow and all Russia. He puts great effort into preserving our traditional values and spiritual foundations. We always remember and speak about our Orthodox brothers in our meetings. This is the position of the Patriarch. I'm sure Your Holiness often hears about the deep respect President Putin has for you. Among all the Orthodox churches, the Serbian is closest to the Russian, in culture, language, and even history. Our countries have never fought against each other, only side by side. This love for Russians and the Russian Church is deeply embedded in Serbian culture and spirit. That's why we see you as our closest brothers. The Serbian Church is closest to us. This isn't just said because the Patriarch is sitting here, it's the truth. Historically, the Serbian people and church never betrayed Russia. Some other Slavic nations, under Western pressure, changed their orientation, temporarily, but Serbs never did. Love for Russia is practically in the Serbian DNA. The Serbian church faces the West more directly than we do, and yes, they've learned and gained a lot from the West in science and culture. But what is happening today with morality in the West, I'll say it plainly, it's demonic. Why? Because the goal of the devil is to erase the difference between good and evil. Where God says, this is wrong, the modern secular culture says, why not? It's freedom. But that destroys the moral foundation of human life and could lead to civilizational catastrophe. The Russian Orthodox Church stands firmly on its values and defends them internationally. And we need strong allies. That's why I'm very glad about today's meeting. Those here today, His Holiness, Vladika Iranet, they are true spiritual leaders who love Russia. This is a spiritually uplifting moment for me. I hope this meeting brings positive outcomes for relations between our churches and our countries. Thank you for mentioning what's happening in the West. We all saw your meeting with the Pope, who passed away recently. That shows there are still spiritual forces in the West seeking reconciliation and spiritual revival. Western culture, whatever one says, is rooted in Christianity. The late Pope had strong convictions. Even though he was pressured to cool relations with the Russian Church, he once said, when pressed hard, "Don't make me quarrel with Kirill." Then he turned and left. That stayed with me. He had a kind and respectful attitude towards Russia and the Russian Church.